Hi everyone and welcome back to Tea Cozy Gaming. I'm April and we've been playing Beacon Pines for the last few weeks now. And I think this might be the last episode. This is chapter 8 called Comeuppance. So it sounds like we're going to see some comeuppance. We're going to see, last time we found out that Solomon has been Valentine the entire time. We found out what the ice was. We have a grown-up Rolo. Like, everything has fallen into place. And now it really is Valentine going to get away with all of this? Or are we going to find a way to stop him? So let's go ahead and dive into what probably is the last episode. So get your snacks, get your candles, get cozy, and let's begin. Chapter 8, Comeuppance.
Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rolo. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
We're saved. The whip of her cane. Gran, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rolo. Hey, Mrs. Luca's Gran. That's awful nice of you. But I'm fine. Oh no, what did they... Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go now. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
Oh, here he goes again. We've got to stop him.
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No! Well, I guess that's it. We lost. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Oh, what did she do?
With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luca. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
I might have tweaked its wonder potion with a little... Oh. Junk.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little junk.
I don't want to do malice because that seems like it would make us do something really bad. I don't know if I mean, he is bad, but what if it's death or something? I don't want to kill the guy. Can't wait to see the look on his face when he realizes he drank his own cigar ash. How did ashes get into the vial? It was pretty easy to mess with the vial when it was behind my back. Oh, that's sneaky. Well, it's a bad habit anyways. Pa always says, bad habits are like 50-yard field goals. Huh? Hard to kick. Their faces. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
What happened? Oh! I thought Malice would kill him. We just killed him. No, we killed him. Well, that's one way to kick a bad habit. Oh boy. I didn't want to kill him.
As the last of what was once Sharper Valentine wafted into the air, the crowd began to disperse, still numb from what they had just observed. Sharper Valentine was gone for good. His end would be a new beginning for Beacon Pines, a new chance to let go of the things they had lost and grab hold of a new future. The end.
It was kind of anticlimactic.
Well, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a bit gratifying.
Yeah, what I just said. We're like the same person.
If that feels to you like a good note to end on, I won't stand in your way.
No, because Beck is now a murderer, and I don't like that. I don't like that. Was there anything else that we missed before? Did we do everything? I think we did. Oh no, I didn't weep. This was back when Nuncreed and Gran were by the hole, and I chose to hum, which I think was the better thing to do. I don't think weep will do anything good, but I do want to see what happens. So,
and in the stillness,
what would have happened if we chose
he
this?
began to weep. It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
This will all make sense soon, Luca. Then everything can go back to normal. I promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll see where their loyalties fall. Juniper, don't.
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness.
And now we're all dead. Are we all dead?
She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, then you must be willing
Before Gran could finish, the ground shook her to silence.
And we're all dead. Yeah.
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luca.
Humming was the right option.
Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror, there was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end.
Yeah, that's a bit of a downer.
Well, that was dire. On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from. Now, we just need to find a way to deal.
Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut her off like that. Okay, I think that was the only thing I had missed. So I think we can go back and I think we're just on the last piece now. Yeah. All right. Well, let's go back here. What if we do Malice then? Like, I was not expecting Junk to actually kill the guy. So then what is Malice then?
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little malice.
Malice? The whiskey from his office? Oh, I forgot it was a whiskey. That might not be so bad then. Yep. Dude had an unfinished glass on his desk. Figured his grow juice could use a little hair of the dog. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Go again. What's happening? Oh no! No, that's what I... Now that's what I call 80 proof whiskey. Oh my gosh. Damn, dude. He just
The crowd
exploded.
gazed in stunned silence at the now empty stage.
Gosh.
The quiet was broken when William Kerr sprinted off stage and into the distance. He was never seen around Beacon Pines, or anywhere else for that matter, again. Watching the silhouette of Kerr disappear over the horizon, Luca began to laugh. First, a low chuckle that became uncontrolled, heaving laughter. Through his tears, he was vaguely aware that the crowd had begun to laugh with him. The end.
I mean, that's funny, but... Okay, but...
That was unexpected. Perhaps a bit of an absurd ending for my taste, but who am I to say? I'm only writing the damn thing.
Okay, well... He just exploded. I mean, I guess we did kill him again. In a more fun way that time, but... Alright, so I think... I wanted to save change for last, just because if you remember back at the beginning when we went to the warehouse and Luca got dragged inside, like the only option we had starting out when it was this story is about was change. So if the story is about change and it started out being about change, I think that I figured change would probably be the way to end the story. So
I might have
don't know
tweaked
what's
his
gonna
wonder
happen.
potion with a little change.
This will be interesting. Like pocket change? Your unlucky penny. Yeah, I plopped it in the vial when no one was looking. What's that going to do? No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now we observe. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Yep, go again. Holy crap! He's a baby? Yeah, but he's still Sharper, right? What he was no longer matters. Baby? Oh, he's so cute. Look at his grumpy little face. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused you.
Eris awkwardly cradled the squirming child.
That would be awkward. Can you imagine, like, your parent just suddenly becoming a baby and then you have to take care of them, like you're holding them in a little bundle and that'd be so awkward.
She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Augustus, what do we... We do what Valentines always do. What must be done. I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for father. Young Sharper. That would be a great help. Thank you.
She looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone, the show is over. You may leave now. He's a
Epilogue.
baby. So cute. Oh my goodness. I'm kind of glad we didn't kill him. I mean, he did some horrible things, but I like this. I like that he's just reverted back to being a little baby, so he hasn't technically done anything yet. It's a second chance, right? Maybe he can change in his next life. I think that's the whole
Beacon
point.
Pines' coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had, and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn. After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn. His mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
Got change in my sweater. Yep. Oh, and he's got his mom back. That's right, because Gran was his mom the whole time. So we got
Over
her-
time, Eleanor began moving Walt's old things out of the closet and into storage.
It's just his dad's stuff.
Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom, and now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights.
Mom?
Just some dusty knickknacks.
Mom? 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 Mom, I'm ready to go now. You go in without me. I'll meet you there. I've got a batch of jam to finish jarring. It's funny. I only started making jam as a way to send messages without anyone noticing. But now I enjoy it. Alright, I'll go say hi to Rollo first. Check in with Rollo at the treehouse. No. I'm so glad I have my mom back. Excuse me. Roxy. I hear you and Rollo have big plans for that little treehouse. Yeah, it started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity 1 Rollo 1 Luca rule. So we decided to expand. But at least we've got some help with that. How's the internship at Nellie and Ilona's shop going? It's been great. I'm hoping it helps me get into the School of Agriculture up at the state. Also, Nellie said she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. I just can't help but worry about leaving Rollo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't just mean grown literally. This morning he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be his excitement about the treehouse renovations. Don't tell him this, because it'll go to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk. sure he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell you. I know. Roxy is so cool. Can I leave town now? No, is there a... No. Still just stuck here. Gus! Hey, man. Hey, buddy. What's up? He looks so happy. This is like, look at him. Hey, Gus. How's the tree planting going? Oh my god, he's so happy. Couldn't be better. I'm so grateful to Alona and Nellie for letting me help. I just wasn't built to be a mayor. Too much bureaucracy. Gus, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's next?
When Perennial Harvest collapsed, most of the clipboards skipped town. But some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Anyone with a knack for art can help paint the new offices. You can count on us. Well, it looks like you really found your calling. I never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now, this right here. This is something I can be proud of. Oh, Gus. Aww. See, he's like the one adult, well, him and Jeff, that I was kind of like, they're cool. They're alright. Is there anything here yet? No. I don't know. I don't know, guys. If that zooming in is for a purpose, I don't know what that purpose could be. So, if I missed something and it was right there and obvious and you've been yelling at me this whole time, just let me know in the comments what that was supposed to be. How's the napping this morning? The most underrated part of a good nap is the view. And the view's getting greener every day. Nice. I see you decided on a name. Yep, we had to clear out all the old stuff before putting on the final touch. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official. I like it. It was actually Nellie's idea. There's still a lot of work to do, and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. Our motto is, go slow and fix things. Amen to that. Alright, I'm gonna assume I can't go this way yet, because Rolo. I'd better not dilly-dally. Yeah, gotta get to the treehouse. Things seem so much nicer now. They're planting trees everywhere. That jerk Kerr is nowhere to be seen. What happened to Kerr? Did they say what happened to Kerr? I don't think so. Luca, get this. I managed to reel in an actual fish this morning. Seriously? Yeah, and honest to goodness. Flip-flopping, swim-swamming fish. I don't think I've ever caught an actual fish here. Been at least 7 years since I've caught one. I'd say it's a good omen. What did you do with the fish? Oh, I released it back into the pond. I'm hoping to catch it again tomorrow. Yay! Okay, is there anything else to do here? I think we probably got everything. Yeah. I don't know how to exit out of this without clicking something. So we're just gonna have to fish.
Event if all you have.
I don't know how to back out of that menu once I'm in it. So, but why not? Fishing's fun. Will I just catch something that I already caught? It's a photo of your Uncle Joseph. Yeah. Yeah, we read this. I miss him. Why doesn't he come with us? And of course we learn that Joseph is an Uncreed. And that Valentine, wanting them to help him, caused a rift between the two of them because they were on opposing sides. What a perfect day. Yeah. Aww. So Dad is really gone and not coming back. But we got Mom back. We got Mom. And Iggy and Tish are here. A little higher. Yup. Little lower. Yup. Little higher. Yup. I'm telling you, the angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. And Rolo is still huge. That's okay, you know, it weirded me out before, but now I think it's kind of cool having a, like, best friend who's a grown-up, because he can, like... I don't know why alcohol was where I went to first, but no. Not underage drinking. Underage drinking, no. Just, like, he can get things that are high up for him, you know? Luca's really small, so now if they need to get back into that cabinet to get into the basement again, Rolo can do it. No problem. Would you tell him it's not the angle? Hey, I'm not in charge of antenna redesign. Fine. Iggy, just don't do anything drastic until we get back. Who, me? Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yup. They'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. If we really want mission control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit. You're right. Lead the way. Check in with Beck at her house. Oh, I love it. I love that we have Iggy and Tish and they're friends now. I'm so happy. I'm so happy they're friends now. Iggy and Tish are our friends. Gus is super happy now. Alona and Nellie, like, guy whose name I can never remember. Pig man, has a better view. Nellie and Alona are running their own business at Perennial Harvest. Oh, how are you two doing? His little grumpy face. He's so cute. Young Mr. Van Horn. How's little Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So we do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Moodwell, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, the child is unmolded clay. Let's hope he's a little nicer the second time around. That is the objective, yes. But really, all I can do is try and hope. 2 activities I am endeavoring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job. And the whole town is ready to help out however we can. I can't wait to teach him to throw a baseball.
Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
That would be acceptable. It's like, on the one hand, I'm like, Sharper's done some pretty bad stuff. Like, there was definitely, I can't remember the director of, was it just the director of agriculture? Like, who was it? The dead body at the beginning. Like, who ordered that? Because if it was Sharper, it's kind of like, he's done some pretty bad things. But at the same time, like, I love that he's a baby and, like, has none of his previous memories or anything. So, like she said, he is unmolded clay. So he could be good this next time around. Like, he has a chance to change and to be better. And he's just adorable. He's so cute. He's so cute. Little puppy. What's today's news that needs knowing? I'll give you tomorrow's headline today. Our old friend, Patrick C. Montesquieu, that's Kerr, aka William Kerr, just performed a stirring rendition of The Iceman Cometh at the State Correctional Facility. I hear there wasn't a dry eye in the house. Well, I guess he has plenty of time to work on his craft. He got what he deserved. After that one timeline where he kills Iggy, guy can rot in prison. Luca, do you want a biscotti? On the house. I don't really have time. Zariel, you gotta come and see this. I finally did it. I pulled the perfect espresso. Aw, Lumi. If I didn't know better, I would think you were proud of something. As if I... No. It's too late. You are now officially a person that cares. Lumi and Zariel, they're fun too. Like, Lumi looks... He's so cool. I wish he were in this more. He looked to his friends with a thankful smile. After everything that could have gone wrong, everything that did go wrong, we made it. The end.
Closing her eyes, Miss Hatch took a deep, relaxing breath.
Oh, hello, Luca. How are you? Really good, actually. That's wonderful. Did I miss anything? I think you're pretty much up to speed. Because her book pretty much, like, followed the story of Beacon Pines. That was really clever. I really like how they had her reading the book the whole time and just have her reading out loud little snippets of her book and how they reflected what was going on in the story that I'm playing. Very fun little thing to add there. Dawn, hello. I'm glad you swung by. More follow-up questions for your story? Nope, I got everything I need. Thanks again for that. I sent a draft of the story to a reporter in Capital City, and they offered me an internship. Of course they did. You're an amazing reporter. I don't know about all that. A story about a phony corporation that picked up an entire town of people and moved them to cover up a massive illegal mine shaft full of incredibly hazardous chemicals sorta writes itself if you think about it. Just don't forget us when you become a fancy big city reporter. Capital City isn't that far away. I'm gonna have to come back from time to time to check in and see what sort of new trouble you've gotten yourself into. Sorry to disappoint, but my adventuring days are over. Ha! We both know that's not true. What makes you say that? Call it a reporter's intuition. Aw, those two are in love. I don't care. I'm making it canon. I think they're so cute. Be a cute little couple.
Mrs. Fratelli glowed with a carefree smile.
Is that your suitcase? That is 2 weeks of unencumbered tranquility. Excuse me, would you be so kind as to take my order? 2 weeks of sand, margaritas, and forgotten obligations. Excuse me, I'd love to place an order.
Mrs. Fratelli sighed with a zen-like calm.
Just as soon as the lunch rush ends, I'll be a feather on the wind. You're going on vacation? For the first time in years. And I've got you and your mom to thank. Why is that? She didn't tell you yet? You two are gonna fill in for me at the diner while I'm gone. Just like old times. It's fine, I'll wait. The clipboard's still being clipboardy. I don't remember any of their names. It was Pete and I don't know, Lionel. It wasn't Lionel. I can't remember. It was Pete and something. Hello all. Hey Luca, can you tell Roxy I'll be free in an hour? Sure thing. My dad's making me stock the shelves for the summer. He said it builds character. I think he meant to say it builds calluses. Builds character. Yeah, it builds something, alright. Luca, can I interest you in a delicious apple?
He playfully waggled an apple.
No thanks, just saying hello. Well, hello then. Mind telling your mom we need a new creative jam? Already? It's funny, I used to hide this stuff in the back, terrified that someone would find out about our secret messages. Now everyone wants to get their hands on Eleanor Van Horn's famous spy jam. Her famous spy jam. Wow, back for seconds? If it's not too much trouble. For the longest time, I didn't understand the appeal of ice cream. Buddy, what? You're missing out. It serves no purpose, other than to be briefly enjoyed and then it's gone. Well, that's the purpose, to be enjoyed. Enjoyment, bliss. But it's pretty tasty while it lasts. I'm inclined to agree. And that stupid museum's gone. Good. Oh, wait. If this is the end of the game, which it is because we're in the epilogue. Okay. I just had to. One more time. One more time. Why is this statue still here? I feel like they should tear this down. They just tear it down and put his little baby form there. Alright, so let's pop into our favorite place for a second. The library.
Over the school year, Kato and Bert had become close friends.
But did you know that when they covered up the source, they found a new found a new species of fungus? Yep, and they are studying it in the new labs. Did you know that Beacon Pines is now the smallest town in the county? Yep, close to the population before Perennial Harvest moved in.
It typically went on like this for quite some time.
Ah, they're so smart. They're both so smart. It makes sense they'd be buddies.
Luca peeked over Piper's shoulder. Laid stealthily inside a large volume of mathematics was the first issue of Hank Atomic.
Ha ha ha. Piper, are you reading Hank Atomic? Do you mind not telling anyone? I've kind of got a reputation to uphold. Oh, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Just about every kid in town reads Hank Atomic. Honestly, I'm excited for you. What I'd give to start over fresh. To experience it again for the first time. I guess that's the downside of finishing something nice. At least now I can enjoy it again through you. Promise to tell me about it as you go. Sure thing. Also another contender for a girlfriend, Luca. She's cute too. She's cute, she's smart, she's reading Hank Atomic. I can't believe it's over. Yeah, the town's really starting to turn a new leaf. The town? I was talking about Hank Atomic. I just finished the last issue. How was it? As great as always. Hank finally returned to Earth. But I just feel weird now. Weird can be cool. It just means you're ready for something new. Any suggestions? You could ask Miss Hatch about what she's always reading. She seems to really enjoy it. Huh. Maybe I'll do that. I'm starting to feel sad. Because we're talking about endings and how it's hard to finish something and how it's kind of sad and it feels weird to leave behind something after you've been playing it for a while. And kind of like me in this game. Hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I'm gonna go see my dad in a bit. Did you want to come with me? Even after everything I did, you'd still...
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Walt in my own time. You run along now. Oh, Mr. Nuncreed, still don't like you. Oh my god, look at these little bunnies! Oh, you're so cute.
With perennial harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused.
Come on, come one, come all. No one is too big, no one is too small for Jeff's wild ride.
Well, maybe not completely unused.
Just one piece of candy for the ride of your life. Who's next? Me, 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 me. They're cute. Little bunnies. I want to take the ride. Can I not take the ride? Guess what? Yesterday I saw a Dynasties Tidius. And that's good? It's great! I haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Beacon Pines is going to become the bug capital of the county. Well, I'm glad you're excited about bugs. Back! I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning, I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in. It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion. It sounds an awful lot like putting down roots. I guess I decided this place is root-worthy. You're gonna be stuck with me for the foreseeable future. I do have to warn you, most years aren't going to be as interesting as this one. I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. I like surprises. Is it food? My mom's prepared this tree especially for you. They didn't have to do that. It wasn't just them. Just about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. It should do okay in the cold of Beacon Pines. And thrive as things warm up. That's perfect. Oh, it's the red tree. It's like the tree that was by his dad's grave. In the fake Beacon Pines. Oh. When you're ready, take Jeff's wild ride to Old Beacon Pines. Oh, okay. But we do get to take Jeff's wild ride! Is it as wild as the advertisements say? Let's see what's going on here. Anything change? I don't know what would change here, but can I see like the old, where the warehouse was? Is it still there? I guess it's just boarded up. Boarded up for now. I think I saw everybody. I saw Mom and Iggy and Tish and Roxy and all of our friends at the library and Gus. Yeah, I think we're ready to take the wild ride. Ah, you got it. Now that's a good looking tree. Being a special occasion and whatnot, this ride's on the house. You're gonna want to hang on tight to that little tree.
I think this is it. The end I've been waiting for. Honestly, I'd begun to lose hope of ever finding it. But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending. I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
I'm tearing up too. She's crying and I'm like, keep it together. Done. A good little tree. The best little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything. Shucks, I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We should probably give you some time alone now. You good? Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. Pa always says the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. I feel like a dang cello. Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you. I know. You don't even have to say it. You two make an awesome pair. Excuse me? We're a trio now. Yep. Thanks. There's just one thing missing now that you're a part of our group. Missing? Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic. Oh, God. I won't be long. We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I found the perfect way to start our summer. Oh, boy. You've got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever... Oh, God. Are you fine? I'm fine. I'm not fine. I'm not fine. I'm not fine. Are you ever afraid that you're going to forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives on in you. He loved that old tree, but I know he would have loved this one more. Because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give you two a moment. Hey, Dad. Dr. Moodwell says that over the next few years this place should warm up. So you won't have to be so cold for much longer. I think I finally understood why you left that night. There were things you believed in. Big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you, you. If you wouldn't have stood up to Sharper, stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go. But that didn't mean you loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. Candles blown out. Oh. Oh no, I'm crying. Well, that game was fantastic. I loved everything about this game. I honestly have I don't think I have any complaints whatsoever. Just the music was fantastic, the art, the characters, the story was fun. I love the storybook format of it, but I love the way they do the charms. So you can go back and find out different parts, but depending on which charms you choose and what order, you learn different things at different times. So I don't know if the way that the order I did things in was the optimal way to do it, but that doesn't really matter because we still were able to piece everything together. But the story of this game was just so good. Oh my gosh. Just so good. And yeah, the story is about change at the very beginning really is what a lot of what this story is about. It's about change and about these kids growing up and Luca accepting that, you know, accepting his father's death and then the reason for it, and just really, really maturing. I love when games make me feel things. My heart feels like happy, but it's like, was it Jace that said it, that it feels weird when you're reading a story or you're playing a game, watching a movie, and you start out at the beginning of it and you just, especially, I feel like especially with games and books, because it takes days. It can take days to finish, hours at least, to finish these stories. And so you're with these characters for an extended period of time, and you really get to know them, and they kind of live in your mind rent-free for the entirety of, you know, when you're playing or reading, and they're just there. Because with these characters particularly, I like them so much that when I wasn't playing the game, I was thinking about them. Like, they were in my mind, and I'd be like, I wonder what's gonna happen with Rolo next. You know, I wonder if Beck is, you know, ever gonna, you know, just be happy, you know, find where she belongs and just feel like she does belong somewhere and feels excited to be starting new again. I just had those questions in my head. And of course it was like early on in the game, you know, what the heck's up with the ice? Where's that coming from? What is that? It's terrifying. And just also with the adults, how I just didn't trust any of them, which was kind of smart in the end, because there really weren't. I mean, it's not like, you know, Gran and Tolliver and Fratelli, it's not like they were bad, but they were still keeping secrets. I feel like Jeff and Gus really were the only two adults that were just completely, like, not hiding things. Although I guess Gus kind of was, because he was working with Kerr, but he didn't know what Kerr was up to. So yeah, I'm saying Gus and Jeff were my two favorite adult characters, but the kids, I can't even choose a favorite. They're all just so fantastic. They're all just so fun. So good. Okay, well, I had so much fun. I had a blast playing this series, you guys. And if you watched this series from beginning to end, and then you're still watching now, listening to me ramble after the credits, like, I salute you. I thank you. I appreciate you. Like, this is like a milestone for me to finish something like this. And I'm really excited about the content that I have coming next for what's in store. And I would really love it if you would join me on this cozy gaming journey. Let's just play some more games together, have some more fun. I love this. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more content from me in the future. I can't believe it's over. Wow. All right. Thank you guys. Love you. Bye.